Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Virgo, this is all about how your person of interest is feeling about you. So if there's a specific person that you're interested in and you're wondering how they're feeling, how they're seeing you, what they want out of the connection, what their overall level of interest is, then please keep on watching. This is of course a general reading. It may not resonate with everybody. If not, that's okay. But if you do enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also check out your other placements as well. Virgo, let's see what else do we have. How is your person feeling about the connection? Okay. Interesting. Virgo, this person may be underestimating you a little bit. You're coming across to them as the Page of Cups. So I'm not sure if you have not completely revealed, the full extent of your feelings, or you haven't been, 100% forthcoming with your emotions. You've given them a little bit, you've given them something, so they have some awareness that you are extending yourself, you are interested, maybe you're even apologizing for something. So this person is seeing that you are extending a little bit of emotions towards them, but it's not enough. It's not enough. They want more. They want more. They want to see a sort of higher level of emotional expression from you. They're not seeing that you're being completely emotionless. Obviously, we've got a Cups card here, but the Page always comes across as a little bit less mature. And if we look at this card specifically, we can see this Page, he's holding a cup, but there's a fish in the cup. There's a fish sort of swimming in there. So it's a little bit silly. It's a little bit immature. It's a little bit, sometimes it's playful. It's a playful energy, but ultimately this person, I feel, is seeing it as not enough. They want more. It's a start, but they want more. So I think they do appreciate the fact that that's happening, but they're almost not going to completely accept that. They are not going to be satisfied until they get more from you, if that makes sense. So this person is wanting something. They may have recently requested something or had a conversation with you about something, and your response has left them not completely satisfied. And I say that because we've got the Two of Wands here, and this is, I said Two of Wands, Two of Swords here. This person is coming across like they're stuck. They're in decision-making mode. They're not sure about which way to go. They don't have all the information that they're seeking. This card, in this card, person's blindfolded. There's the moon. There's all this water. So there's some, underlying emotions there as well. This person is trying to get, a mental decision going, but really they need to kind of use their intuition as well. And they just don't really have all the information. Not everything has been revealed, but at the same time, there could be something that they're not wanting to see. They're not wanting to admit something about this connection, about their feelings. And I do get the sense that you're dealing with a very stubborn energy. You could be dealing with an air sign or a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius potentially, or they could have that in their chart strongly featured. But basically they're doing a little bit of a mental battle at the moment with themselves and with you, I feel. And there's just something they're being very stubborn and defensive about here, because in their deeper feelings we've got the Seven of Wands. This is not an energy of someone who's going to back down very easily. And I do feel as though for some of you, this person is just deliberately not wanting to admit something or see something. They've got their head in the sand a little bit. You are trying to communicate honestly. It may not be completely completely open communication emotionally. Maybe you are holding something back. Maybe it is a little bit awkward at times to completely express yourself openly to this person, or maybe you're just naturally a little bit more shy, and so how things come out is not 100% what you're feeling, but it's a start. It's something. You're at least making that kind of effort. This person is just not backing down with something. They're in full defense mode. They're standing very strongly behind what they believe, what they want. This is a stubborn energy. So it's almost like they're just not wanting to compromise, and they're just kind of stuck in this on the fence kind of mode. But it's really because neither of the options are looking appealing to them or satisfying to them. So they don't know how to move forward, because really it just feels like it's this person's way or the highway, unfortunately. So something they're deciding between, but it's like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They don't know where to go or which way to go or what to decide. And it could also be because they're deliberately not seeing something because they just really would like things to go their way. They do feel as though you are receptive to them and you're listening to them, and they like that. They do think that you are taking what they say on board. Like there is some kind of determination or desire, at least on your part, to kind of hear them out and get things going. But I have to say, I feel as though this person does think that they're going to be able to just get what they want. I think this disagreement or this issue or this challenge or whatever the case may be does have to do with the bigger picture, the long-term goals, happiness. What does happiness mean? What does it look like? What do we want in terms of future emotional happiness and fulfillment? 10 of Cups in this card, we have, a very traditional, family kind of imagery. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that, but it just represents ultimate emotional contentment and happiness, and whatever that means for each individual. So whether that means, where you're going to live, or what kind, what style of dwelling you're going to have, where it's going to be, where you're going to settle down, what, that is going to look like, what the actual picture of happiness is going to look like for each of you. I think there's some fundamental disagreement about that. There could be some kind of disagreement to do with family, to do with children, to do with, maybe one of you is having an issue with the other person's family, or maybe there are like interfering family members or something, and someone is just not willing to compromise. And I do feel like it is this person rather than you, Virgo. I feel like you're actually more willing to concede or to kind of try and meet this person halfway, and they're just still in stubborn mode. And they are still coming across as very independent with this 9 of Pentacles energy. It's always important to keep independence in a relationship, but this is really not taking other people's, wants into consideration. This is someone who's really all about them. This is someone who is just content being on their own with what they have. And again, it's just further sort of confirmation, or it just further signifies that this person has a very independent view, and maybe they've been used to being on their own for a long time. Maybe they're used to fending for themselves. Maybe they've done a lot to build up their own independence, their own value. They feel very strong. on their own, or maybe that's how they were before they met you or before this connection. And so it's quite difficult for them to relinquish that. It's quite difficult for them to really truly compromise. Compromise is just it's a word that's thrown around a lot, but it's really difficult. It's really difficult sometimes, and often compromise, you still need both parties to be happy. And if one person is not feeling happy at all and the other person feels like they've, conceded something, and one person's happy and one person's not, that's not really compromise, is it? It's not being flexible. I feel like this person is just not being flexible at the moment at all. And they just have a very, very strong independent streak. And they're, again, maybe it's just how they've been brought up or what they've been used to. And so it's difficult to shake that. But they're just coming across as such an independent energy. And there's just a lot of conflict about the direction things are going to go in and the choices that need to be made and what that means. And this person wants it to be their way or the highway, unfortunately. At least at this time. Things may change, but at least at this time, that's how this person is feeling. Very, very stubborn energy. So if you're hoping for some kind of quick resolution, I don't think that's going to come very easily. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards here and see if we can get any advice. And 2 cards come out straight away, which do remind me of Virgo. So we've got the Magician energy there. We've got Gemini, Virgo energy. We've got more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here with the Page of Swords. So this is all about information gathering. Make sure you gather all the necessary information. Sometimes that may be collecting evidence, keeping things on file. Don't just let things be like verbal communication between you both. Make notes. Even if it's a phone conversation, let's say, for example, make notes and date it. And just have a record, just for yourself, for future reference. So I'm not sure if you guys are going through any legal issues, but maybe that would come up in the future. And so it's just sensible to have records of things and at least just gain the information that you need to gain. I feel like you guys have the power to do that. You actually have all the skills, all the ability to do that. There is going to be some kind of quick communication. But again, I am getting quite a stubborn, almost a little bit arrogant energy from this person's side. So just be very careful with that. But you know what? You've got the Magician energy on your side here, Virgo. And I like that because at the end of the day, Magician is going to trump any of the other minor arcana cards. This is a major arcana. And you really have the ability to manifest whatever you want. And I think you have the ability to manifest gaining the information that you want as well. You're very good at that. This is strong investigative type of energy. So just make sure you have all the info and you have evidence for things. And so you can back up your claims and you can back up what you need to. And like I said, even if it's something verbal, just make notes about it. But I do feel like you have the ability to manifest what you want and actually get the answers and the information that you seek and that you need. So yeah, I hope you guys found that helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you all again in the next video.